So our flagship algorithm Qzeus has been in NinjaTrader for a week now. And in this video, I'm going to showcase why you should consider using it over the TradingView version. So let's get into it. So here on the screen, you'll see this is the layout that I use for Qzeus. It trades until noon. I know a lot of users might be using the Shinobi version, which closes on the 11:30 time string. Mine just so happens to close at noon. And yesterday we ended up getting I use 4NQ here, 2 up to 4. So yesterday was a martingale trade, and it shorted and caught a beautiful about 50-point move there. I also use the OCO brackets. I won't scroll down because it has sensitive info in there. But here in the settings, you could set it to where it'll take OCO and it'll just place the orders right on the broker. So that helps with the TradingView alert delays. So if you weren't aware, TradingView, when it comes to automating, has some pretty bad alert delays from time to time. In some really bad cases, they can be a few minutes long, which would basically render the trade useless. Most of the time, they execute just fine. But quite frequently, you'll get maybe a 2, 3 second delay from when TradingView sends this alert to your broker or whatever alert connector you're using, like Quant Link. Now, Quant Link itself executes at light speed. That performance is unmatched in our opinion, but the delay comes from TradingView sending that alert to whatever bridge you're using. To help mitigate that, what we did is we implemented OCO orders, and that's one cancels other, to place the orders at the broker level from the time of the alert. So you wouldn't have seen it here. When this alert came through on my Tradevate, it had already placed the take profit and the stop on the broker. So you're not waiting for another exit alert to come through TradingView to your broker or your bridge. So yesterday we caught a beautiful 50-point move. I use the Qzeus setup that trades until noon. It's just my personal preference. I know some people got cut off on this trade a bit early at 11:30 because they might be running the Shinobi version. I just happen to run mine till noon. Just my personal preference. Could have gone against me today and in the favor of those running that other layout, but for yesterday and for the purpose of this video, I happened to catch a nice 50-point move. We also pointed out in our Discord, now that Qzeus is over on NinjaTrader, but here, this was from our team member Austin, who showcased the difference between having Qzeus execute via TradingView and having it execute via NinjaTrader. Now, this is Qzeus for NinjaTrader. You could see the alert came in right there at 5:05, ended up taking profit, if I can zoom in, at 4:55. So again, about a 50-point move there on NQ. But the thing I wanted to showcase in this video and why you should consider using this version of Qzeus versus the TradingView version. So NinjaTrader Qzeus, entry 11:05.186, exit right there, the timestamps. And then he compared the TradingView Qzeus, and you could see you had 0.186 execution time from alert to execution on the NinjaTrader version, and you had a second on the TradingView version. And he points out, Austin says, 0.816 second delay on the entry and a massive 3-second delay on the exit. And he says that delay would have cost the TradingView version about $245 based on his sizing. But it just goes to show that this NinjaTrader version, because NinjaTrader is a broker, the automation is built directly within the broker itself. So you're not having to deal with the TradingView alert delays, which is a cloud-based tool. So it's going to be a lot more limited than something like NinjaTrader that actually lives on your desktop. So it's just something to consider when using Qzeus. Now, the good thing is that Qzeus is on a 5-minute chart. So it's not on, let's say, a 1 second time frame or 30 seconds or some very, even like a 1 minute where every single second counts. Qzeus is the type of algorithm that's going to take longer drawn out trades. It's not going to look for 5-point scalps. It's going to look for moves like this, 30, 40, 50-point moves where you're on a slightly higher time frame in the 5-minute. So the delays, they're usable, but in the fringe case that TradingView is TradingView and you get a 3, 4, 5 second delay from by the time this thing prints to it executing in your broker, that could make or break the trade. So it's one of the reasons we brought Qzeus to NinjaTrader. It makes Qzeus an even more powerful algorithm as if it wasn't already. So definitely something to consider. Again, Qzeus is for ATS clients only. That's our most exclusive automation program. Also in yesterday's announcement, our CTO Anthony pointed out something that really resonated with myself and a lot of other members, was that with Zeus's 50-point win yesterday, we pretty much clawed back all of last week's losses. We had an ugly trade on Zeus that set us back a few trades. And Anthony pointed out here, today is a perfect example of why we as automated traders do not change settings, strategies after a single trade or event. You should more or less be back to even where we were on last week's loss. And he just says, if you trade with emotion, you will fail. If you trade with data, you will succeed. So again, where we see a lot of traders struggle, not just with us, but coming from other automated vendors, is their strategy hopping, they're changing settings after a loss, they're panicking when you have 1, 2, 3 bad days. With automation, it is a long-term game. You have to ride that equity curve. There's going to be bumps in the road. And if you would have switched, messed with your strategy, you would have missed out on a beautiful 50-point win there. And if you go to the strategy tester, you could see, pull it up, you could see Zeus claws back these drawdown period. That's the nature of Zeus. It's a higher win rate strategy, so you're going to naturally have some bigger losses. But if you trust the strategy over time, you can see we clawed back one here in October. We clawed one back here just now. So don't panic. If you're using automation, trust the system and size appropriately. And then yesterday I also showcased in our announcement here that this trade brought me right back up. Last week I had, I think, about a $4,000 loss on Zeus. Yesterday brought me right back to where I was prior to that loss, and that's the power of Zeus. I also want to showcase some very cool updates with Quant Link. Down here, we added right here a help center, setup wizard. Everything you need to get started and set up with Quant Link is in this help section. And if you have missed our announcements, if I go here, we now offer Top Step X and Project X enabled prop firms. So this is working right now in Quant Link. Quant Link is about to leave beta into live production probably this week. In the next few days, we're going to have instructions on how you could subscribe to Quant Link. Again, Quant Link is its own product. It's not just exclusive to QuantVue members. You could sign up for Quant Link whether you use our strategies or not at QuantVue. Quant Link is essentially its own business and product. So we have TradingView, we have NinjaTrader with your TradingView login, we have Top Step X and then Project X enabled prop firms on the way. And then we ran a poll here in our members area on which broker you wanted next. Schwab won out with IBKR. Interactive Brokers there slightly behind. So keep an eye out. Schwab will be added. Interactive Brokers, Coinbase or TradeStation probably on the way there as well. So very, very cool stuff coming to Quant Link. And again, if you're not aware, Quant Link is our trade copier, our alert connector. It's going to replace subscriptions. So now you don't need to subscribe to Traders Post, Replicanto, TradeSync. Quant Link does all of that for you in one simple. So if you want access to Zeus, this beautiful equity curve, the NinjaTrader version of Zeus, there's going to be a link in the description to book a call for our ATS program. Again, Zeus is only on our ATS program. You're going to get access to 3 ATS only algorithms, Zeus, Evo, and ICE, along with our built-in prop trader that's fully undetectable into prop firms. So many good things there in the ATS program. We are almost at 1,100 ATS clients now, which is crazy to think about. That program is going on 2 years now, so very exciting stuff. We haven't announced it in the group just yet. Maybe if you're watching this, we have, but Evo is coming to NinjaTrader. Stay tuned on that. I am most excited about this because if you have seen in the Discord, I have been teasing a beautiful layout using Evo here. You could see it's on the 30-second chart, which NinjaTrader 30-second will be a breeze. You could see it's scalping a ton of trades here on MNQ. I've been testing. This is going to be a fast scalper with profit targets is how I've been running it and have found great success so far. Very, very excited to have Evo in NinjaTrader. Again, whether you're watching this video, we might have already announced it in Discord, but if we haven't, you've got a little exclusive teaser. Evo is coming to Ninja. That's all I got in this video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. We post videos like this every single week. If you want access to Zeus, Evo, the ATS program, there's going to be a link in the description. You can book a call with one of our automation specialists. This isn't a high pressure sales call. You're going to walk away with a better understanding of how automated trading can work for you. If you want access to our Pro and Elite plans, you could try those risk-free for 30 days. Link will also be in the description. That's all I got. See you in the next one.